Hi there, people. Welcome to our class number 52. 52 classes working together. Thank you very much to Corporación Municipal de San Miguel for this wonderful space that we still have so we can keep on working and keep on learning English here with you during all these strange times. Welcome to our class number 52.
Be mine. Come back to the city. Come back.
Hello, welcome to our class number 52, and as you can see here right beside me, today we're going to see something that is very important, something that is very tricky sometimes in English, which are the false cognates. What are the false cognates? False cognates are words that look like words in Spanish, that maybe they are written the same way, right, in English and in Spanish, but they are pronounced differently and they mean something absolutely different. There are many words that are false cognate, but today we're just going to be a few that maybe, I'm sure, not maybe, that I'm sure that they will be very useful in your daily communication when you talk to somebody in English. Let's start then. False cognate here in Learn English with Teacher Cloud. The first one, I'm going to move my camera there. Yeah. Actual, which in many people think that means actual in Spanish, right? But that's not true. In actual means real, exact. And the Spanish word for actual is current. This is my current number. That's the number that I'm using now. Okay, this is my current number. And the other one is real. The real translation, the exact translation is different. Crystal clear? Perfect. Let's go to number 2. Advertisement. Many people think that it's advertencia. No. Advertisement is anuncio. There are too many advertisements here around. There are too many advertisements. And the word advertencia in English is warning. My boss gave me a warning. Wow. So advertisement is not advertencia. It's anuncio. And advertencia in Spanish, in English, would be warning. Warning. Okay, perfect. Let's go to number 3. This is a very common mistake. Many people think that when they tell me, teacher, I couldn't assist to classes last week. I couldn't assist to classes last week, but you didn't have to help me in the class. No, I couldn't assist to classes. It's not assist to classes. Assist is help. As you can see here, assist is ayudar, help. When you go to classes, you attend classes. Attend. Okay? Not assist. Assist is to help. So, assist, help, asistir in Spanish, to attend. Okay? Perfect. Let's go to the next one. Number 4. Bomber. Many people think that it's bombero. No. We have 2 words for bombero. In England is firefighter. In the United States is fireman. But never bomber or bomber. Bomber is bombardero, a person that throws the bombs from the airplanes usually. Okay? Or a kind of plane that throws bombs during the war. Bomber or bomber. But never fireman or firefighter. So please make the difference. Okay? Let's go to number 5. Carpet. Carpeta. Never. Carpet is never carpeta. Carpet is alfombra. And carpeta in Spanish is folder. For example, I'm looking for the folder of Mr. Jones or Mr. Perez. Where is your folder? Here is your folder, Mr. Perez. Wow, a lot, right? And carpet is alfombra. That's why usually if you have ever seen the Oscar Awards ceremony, they always talk about the red carpet ceremony. So a red long carpet, which is not a carpeta, it's alfombra, right? Okay, let's go to number 6. choke and choque. No, it's not like that. It's choke and choque. They look very similar, and maybe even some Chilean people from this country, they have told me, but that is not well written. Choque is not with K, it's with Q-U-E. No, choke in English is asphyxiate, like you can't breathe. That's choke. And choque in Spanish is to crash. You crash a car, you crash against something, that's chocar. But choke is asphyxiar. Okay, so never confuse them, please. They're absolutely different at all. Absolutely. Let's go to number 7. Code is never this. No, never. This is not my coat. My coat ache me. I have a coat ache. No, never. An elbow ache. My elbow aches. Never my code. Code is not codo, is código. Elbow is this part of the body. Elbow. Even though code and codo, they look very much the same. Very much. They are not. They don't mean anything. Not even related. Not even close. Absolutely different. Okay. Let's go to number 8. Yeah, this is another common mistake in this country. Well, not only in this country, in many countries around the world, when they say that I'm going to college. Are you going to the university? No, I'm going to college. Why? Because there are many schools that in their names they put, for example, this is the John Smith College. In Chile there are many. The John Smith College. Instead of saying John Smith School, no, they say John Smith College. But college is university, it's not a school. So as you can see here, an example, this is my last year in college. This is my last year at the university. Or I need to take my son to school, from primary school right until the 4th years that belongs to high school. So that's school, not college. Let's go to the next one. Number 9, delight, delito, never, even though they sound very similar. This is a delight. It's not that this is a delito. No, this is un deleite. Something really amazing. Something that gives you a lot of pleasure. That is a delight. Delito, in Spanish, in English, is crime. As simple as that. Crime. Never delight. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Disgust. Another common mistake. You disgust me. You have produced me a very big disgust with your behavior. Disgust is not disgusto. Disgust is asco. Right? So be careful with that. And disgusto is annoyance. You have made me feel very annoyed. This was a really big annoyance from you with your attitude. But never disgust. That is asco. Okay, so it's something really different. And as you can see, that's why they're called false cognates or false friends. False cognates or false friends, because they look similar. They seem to mean something really close, but they are absolutely different words and different meanings in both languages. Okay, let's go to number 10. To envy is never enviar. I have to envy you the letter. I will envy you the letter. I have heard that. I will envy you the mail. I will envy you the mail. I will send you the mail. Or I email you. But never envy. Envy is envidia. Or envidiar. Never enviar. Never. Okay? The word in Spanish is enviar is to send. Send a letter. Send an email. Send a package. Okay, in these times that everybody is sent via, I don't know, I don't want to say the name of any company because it's promotion and I'm not getting paid for that. So these companies that takes the objects or the products from the stores and they take you to your house. Okay, that's sent. All right, let's go to the next one. I always remember a very successful commercial from Open English, right? When they say éxito. Exit doesn't mean éxito. It means salida, right? Éxito is success. Success. Very good. So let's go to number 13. Fábrica is never fabric. Never. Fábrica in Spanish, in English is factory. But fabric is, as you can see there, tela. This fabric is so soft. This fabric. Okay? So that's a fabric, a piece of the clothes, that's fabric. Never factory, which is absolutely different. Okay? So this fabric is so soft, or there is a factory near my house. There is a factory near my house. Very good. Let's go to number 14. Another common mistake when they say familiar is not familiar. Familiar is known. You look familiar to me. That doesn't mean that I consider you from my family or that I feel that you are part of my family. Familiar is that you remind me somebody else. I think I know you before. You look familiar to me. That's familiar. Familiar, like part of the family, family member, right, is family member. That's it, or family. And this is a family meeting, a reunión familiar, a family meeting. But it's absolutely different from familiar in English. Okay, so pay attention with that. He looks familiar. Él me parece conocido. He looks familiar. Let's go to number 15. Grape with grappa. Right? Grappa or engrapadora. Not the alcohol drink. Okay, no, grappa, no, that's different. Grappa is or engrapadora or corchetera. In Chile, is the word that we use a lot is corchetera. And the grappas are corchetes, right? So staple, and stapler, right? I ran out of staplers in the staple, okay? And grape is uva, is the fruit that you can eat or that you can produce, which is a product with you can produce wine, but it's never grappa. Okay, grape is uva, grappa is staple, depending on the country. Another common mistake, large is never largo, is grande is a synonym for big, large, and largo is long. I have my hair long. I have long hair. Okay, I want long hair. So it's different to I want large hair. Large dog, a large building, a big dog, a big building. Never long. Large is a synonym for big. Largo is long. Excellent. Let's go to number 17. Lecture is never lectura. Never, never. Be careful with these words. That's why we are seeing them here and now. Because a lecture is a conference, right? Or a class. Do you want to attend the lecture with me? Do you want to go to the conference with me? But it's never, never lectura. Lectura is a reading. I need to make a reading. I need to practice my reading, right? I have a reading that I have to study. We're going to start with the first reading, right? So it's absolutely different. Lecture in English is conferencia or class, and lectura in Spanish is reading. Very good. Let's go to number 18. Library. Absolutely never, never, never is librería. Never. Librería is bookstore or office supply store, right? Never librería. Library is biblioteca. And bibliotecario is librarian. Even though there are about some movies, some action movies, which are called The Librarian, and I find out about that because last week I watched The Librarians 3, and I didn't know that it already exists The Librarians 1 and 2. Last week I watched on the internet The Librarians 3. So that's just a tip if you want to watch like B-side movies, B movies of low budget, but anyway they're very interesting and funny. You can watch The Librarians. They're a very interesting saga. Okay, so library is librería, never librería is always biblioteca, never librería, and librería in Spanish is bookstore or office supply store. Number 19, parents, never pariente. These are my parents. My uncle, my grandmother, my nephew, my niece. These are my parents. No. Parent is mother, father. Mother, father, those are your parents. Pariente is relative. So all of these are my relatives. My uncle, my aunt, my nephew, my niece, everybody. Okay? So we have here on the example, I'm a new parent. So I am a new parent. Or this woman and this man are my parents. Or she is my distant relative. Ella es mi pariente lejana. She is my distant relative. Okay. And it's never, remember, parents never pariente. And pariente is relative. So be careful with those false cognates. And last but not least, of course, it is very important to realize. To realize is not to do or to make. No, to realize is darse cuenta. I just realized what time is it. I didn't feel how fast, how quick the time flew by. And realizar is to do or to carry out. Right? So we will do the project together. We will carry out the project together. But never realize. Always remember, realize is darse cuenta. Oh, now I realize what you mean. Okay? Good. And now I invite you to go to the second part of this class number 52. And here we are starting our second part of the class number 52 here in Learn English with Teacher Klaus. So we're going to start with our wonderful, marvelous, and always expected dictation. This time, dictation number 24. Why do people like so much dictations? I don't know. It's interesting activity? Maybe. Sometimes it's up to you. Depends on you. But I have fun doing it, and I think it is very useful because it helps you. It helps you to train your ear, because you don't have time to translate. You just have to listen and write. Listen and write. It's very mechanical. So it's good exercise to avoid translation and just practicing the facts of thinking in English, right? So let's start. Dictation number 24. This time the text is called Sharks in an Aquarium. Sharks in an Aquarium. That's it. If you don't have a piece of paper, right, or a notebook near you, please stop the video right now. 3, 2, 1, stop the video right now and go for the things that you need: a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, whatever you want. And now let's push play. So if now you're watching this part of the video, is because you already went to pick up your piece of paper and your pencil or your pen, depend on your likes. And we're going to start with dictation number 24, Sharks in an Aquarium. Okay, let's start. Remember that the good thing is that I will repeat 2 or 3 times each part of the sentence, but sorry, as this is a recording, as this is a video, you can ask me to repeat. Sorry, what did you say? What was that? No, you can't say that. Well, you can, but I will listen to you. Sorry. Okay, let's start. Dictation number 24. At a South Korean aquarium. At a South Korean aquarium. at a South Korean aquarium, comma, a shark swam into an even bigger shark at a South Korean aquarium, comma, a shark swam into an even bigger shark and the bigger shark ate it. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. For some time, comma, for some time, comma, the big shark swam around for some time, comma, the big shark swam around, and the tail of its prey hung out of its mouth. Period. The visitors of the aquarium looked on in amazement. Period, new paragraph. Period, new paragraph. Sharks do not usually eat each other. Sharks do not usually eat each other in captivity. Comma, but they have to have their own territory. Full stop, and there we are. So now I'm going to show you the real text, the complete text here, so we can check it out. All right. And as usual, well, now you can compare it. If you want to stop the video right now, you can do it. So you can have me silenced for a couple of seconds. If you push pause now, I will be shut in silence. You can relax it in a relaxed way. You can check what you wrote in your notebooks or in your piece of paper. It's the same that you have here on your screen. And if you haven't, or if it's too different, don't worry, we just have to keep on practicing. You can use this video as many times as you want, so you can do it again and again and again until you finally get it and you finally do it correctly. That's the idea of these videos, that's the idea of these classes, that you can practice 24/7. If sometimes you can't sleep, you have nightmares, or you have the inability to sleep at 2 or 3 in the morning and you want to study English, you will have the videos on Facebook, on the Facebook of Municipalidad San Miguel, or on YouTube, and you can watch and listen to my beautiful voice doing the dictation. Right? So now I'm going to read, as usual, read slowly this text so you can you can pay attention and you can take notes of how to pronounce the words and how to intonate, how to pronounce the words. And then after the slow reading, I will read at a normal pace, at a normal speed, so you can check the intonation. Okay? And you can imitate the intonation of English. Okay, let's start. Slow reading first. At a South Korean aquarium, a shark swam into an even bigger shark, and the bigger shark ate it. For some time, the big shark swam around, and the tail of its prey hung out of its mouth. The visitors of the aquarium looked on in amazement. Sharks do not usually eat each other in captivity, but they have to have their own territory. Okay, so now I'm going to read it at a normal speed so you can check out not only how can you pronounce correctly the words, but also can you intonate the sentences like a native speaker. At a South Korean aquarium, a shark swam into an even bigger shark, and the bigger shark ate it. For some time, the big shark swam around, and the tail of its prey hung out of its mouth. The visitors of the aquarium looked on in amazement. Sharks do not usually eat each other in captivity, but they have to have their own territory. Okay? Alright, so now you have the material to practice, you have everything you need to keep on studying. Remember that if you didn't do it well this time, don't worry. These videos are meant to be useful in that way. I mean, all these resources that we have been producing for you are precisely for these pandemic times, these quarantine times, so you can practice at any time, during daytime, nighttime, at any moment. I am sure that maybe some of you not only watch me on the computer, some of you watch me on the cell phone, and now you are in the bathroom. I don't want to know what you're doing, but I am sure of that because many people do it. You can learn languages in any place that you want now. Okay, people, so in this way we are getting to the end of our class number 52. And this is how we're finishing our class number 52. I hope you have had a real good time, just as much as I had, and I hope to see you next class. Remember that we only have to be systematic. If you follow the exercises that we do in classes and you redo some activities, you will learn English faster than what you may think. Just spend a little bit more of time doing the exercise that we have done here. Don't stay just with the things that we do during the classes. Repeat some exercises. If you think that you need to revise or practice a little bit more the dictations, do it. Watch the video again. If you didn't understand a content, send me an email and you can ask me, or watch the class again. That's why we are here. Please continue working like that. I have been receiving a lot of mails, a lot of good comments. Thank you very much for that. And I hope to see you next class, because we're going to do a memory game in relation to the vocabulary that we have to manage every day in English. Okay, So stay home, stay safe, and keep on learning English with Teacher Clau. Bye bye.